Day 3, practice down, but the pads will be soon popping here in Oxnard in a couple of days. But the competition has been really high. It's been chippy, but a lot of fun to watch here. We're going to break it all down on Inside Cowboys Training Camp, driven by forward Nicole Hutchison alongside Mickey Spagnola. And one of those guys that's getting things chippy is Sam Williams, who missed out on last year due to a torn ACL, but he's brought this different edge about him this year heading into training camp and this whole offseason, Mickey.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't know if anybody's more excited to be here in training camp than Sam Williams. You know, little funny story. He was rehabbing from his ACL. He was finally out of the boot. It was maybe sometime in November in the locker room, and I asked him how he was doing, and he goes, "Oh, I'm doing great." And he goes, "And I want you to know when we get to training camp next year, I'm ready to go." And he goes, "And write that down." So I wrote it down, and I remember, he's gotten off to a really good start. Can't wait till the pads come on Sunday.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hear from CeeDee Lamb and head coach Brian Schottenheimer on what Sam Williams has brought to the table so far through camp.
Sam is a hell of a player. He's an amazing player at that. He's a run stopper. He's a pass rusher. I feel like he's going to be the one that you guys are going to see that's going to pop out a lot. And I've told a lot of my friends in the offseason, I've told plenty of people before even the camp started that he's going to be one of those ones that you're going to have to watch out for. You don't know it yet, but guarantee you, like it's a lot of buzz around guys like myself, Dak, Micah, GP, Ferg, Turp, who need it as well. But man, I'm telling y'all, Sam everybody stays healthy. We're gonna be in for something.
The positive nature that Sam has tacked this rehab and this process has blown me away. He's obviously built like a Greek god. You know, he looks incredible. But I like the way he's talking. I like the confidence that he has. He said to somebody the other day about, you haven't seen anything yet. So, like, you like that. That's the way we're going to play defense. You know, what he did yesterday in practice is what you're going to see on Sundays from Sam. But if I was going to point one thing out about Sam, it's just been the positive attacking nature that he's had towards this rehab. I talk about a guy that didn't miss a day in the spring. He was there every day. And it's been fun for me, going back to his rookie year, to watch Sam grow up and realize, man, this is professional football, and I can take care of my family for generations. And I mean, he's on track to have an incredible year.
Mickey, Brian Schottenheimer said he's going to have an incredible year. What have you seen so far from Sam that supports that?
Well, let's start here. We can go back to last year before training camp started. Cowboys defensive coordinator back then, Mike Zimmer, said he thought that Sam would end up playing 70% of the snaps. He was going to be my starting defensive end. So he's come back in a flourish, and I would imagine that could be the case. He's going to win one of those starting jobs at defensive end. And the fact that, and here's what I like. Everybody thinks the defensive ends, and they think quarterback sacks, right? Rushing the quarterback. This guy can play the run. He didn't do a very good job of that at Ole Miss, but he's built himself into a run stopper who can set the edge, and that'll be vitally important for this defense.
Yeah, he certainly got that extra motivation for sure. I got a chance to catch his Instagram, and he posted a caption and said, I'm so blessed. I shed tears, man. No one understands the work, hours, dedication, sacrifices I made to get here. So expect to see a lot of work from him, but there's a lot more work to be done in that defensive end room. We've got guys like Marshawn Nealon, who's looking to make a jump in year 2. I go one-on-one with him up next.
Inside Cowboys Training Camp, presented by Ford, is brought to you by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Sleep Number, the official sleep and wellness partner of the Dallas Cowboys. And by your North Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. This segment is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys.
When you pick off QB1, the people get to talking, and Marshawn Nealon so far is making some noise early on at camp, and after a season that included a lot of injuries and fighting for more opportunities. Here's a look at what he has to say about how he assesses year 1, his rookie season in 2024.
I had a lot, stuff, outside stuff going on, but I feel like as I really started to develop and like understand the game and started slowing down already as a rookie, then I got injured. So it was like, yeah, then after that, I was battling the injury, battling the like maybe getting like 2 reps a quarter.
That's tough also mentally for you.
Yeah.
I mean, how were you able to kind of deal with that? And what have you taken from year 1 and trying to implement in year 2?
I didn't let it affect me too much during the season, just because I knew that the only reason they didn't want me to just go straight back out there and get a lot of reps was because they want me to, have a good career. So, always stay positive in that light. And, looking forward to this year, I'm just, looking forward to be mostly healthy and, being able to still, get off the ball, just work my craft a little bit more. We got a lot of great guys on the team to be able to work off of. So that's going to be fun.
What else did your offseason look like in terms of, your game, how you can kind of take it to a next level in your second year as a Dallas Cowboy?
Better in my, get off my hands. I know, I know you're not supposed to look at the comments and stuff like that, but I see them. And, a lot of people are, they watch the game. They're like, okay, I let people hit me and like this and that in my game just because of how violent I am. And I'm always going in and straight hitting people. So I've worked on not being so, I want to just hit somebody type of thing and being more, okay, let's throw some quick game in there. Let's throw some hezzies. Let's get outside. Let's, work a move instead of just bull.
What does a successful year 2 look like for you?
Just me being healthy. Being able to just go out there and make the most of every opportunity I get. I've never been a real big focused on stats type of guy. Like even in high school, going back all the way then, it's just like I go out there, make the plays I can make and try to make more. But I'm never stat chasing. I'm never like, oh, I gotta get a sack this game. I gotta make a TFL. I gotta this and that. It's like, nah, like stay cool, stay level headed, do what you can, but don't jeopardize the program.
Stick with us here on Inside Cowboys Training Camp, driven by Ford, because we're breaking down all the new things DeMarvion Overshown will have on his plate this year.
This segment was brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys.
We're back to wrap things up here on Inside Cowboys Training Camp, driven by Ford. Nicole Hutchison alongside Vicky Spagnola. Now, DeMarvion Overshown will be sidelined for quite some time, but head coach Brian Schottenheimer making it clear that he expects him to still be involved with this team, although he, of course, wants to be, right? But he said that he's looking forward to him possibly making some calls, calling in the plays for Matt Eberflus. So, Mickey, what do you make of that?
Yeah, Demo is just attacked his rehab the way teams would want a guy coming back from the ACL tear. Just like Nicole said, he probably won't be ready until November. But if a guy can get him back earlier, bet on DeMarvion Overshown. He's doing his rehab, but when he's not doing his rehab, he's over there standing behind the defense and he's watching and he's learning, and that's invaluable. And the fact that they said that he's listening and they'll have him maybe send in some of the play calls that go into the huddle. So yeah, he's just amazing. It almost brought tears to your eye when he got hurt again last year towards the end of the year. But let's remember, he started 13 of 14 games he played.
Yeah, and DeMarvion Overshown, I mean, of course, you want a guy like him back within this team, but you don't want to rush him back either. That's something that, this coaching staff has done a really good job of making sure that they don't force these guys to come back too soon, specifically like a guy like Sam Williams, who we mentioned as well. So a lot to look forward to with DeMarvion Overshown. We have a rest day on Friday to look forward to. A lot of things to still break down here on Inside Cowboys Training Camp. We'll be back with more over the next couple of days, but pads come on Sunday. Make sure to tune in to DallasCowboys.com. We'll have you all covered.
Inside Cowboys Training Camp, presented by Ford, was brought to you by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Sleep Number.